Yeah, so we're going to talk a little bit about winter training. Now, the first thing about winter training is you can't pretend it's business as usual. You've got to accept that the winter throws significant challenges. And I know that sounds stupid, but I think in some way we're all a little bit inclined to just think, oh, you know, we've got our routine, we just carry on doing what we're doing. Fortunately, it doesn't quite work like that. You know, there's so much against us. As I said in the WhatsApp group the other day, you know, there's no light anymore, even when it is meant to be broad daylight. It's flipping freezing all the time. It just makes the whole day feel compressed. And yeah, we just can't ignore that really, and just we can't just imagine things are the way we want it rather than in reality. So that's the first thing. The second thing really is just remember your key sessions are there for a reason. They will get you through the week, okay? They will keep you moving forwards. So just prioritize those. You can't go too far wrong. Anything else obviously is helpful and will maximize your progression, but ultimately the key sessions are the main ones. Okay. And so just about 20 seconds till we move on. I'm going to be turning my workout right down this evening, okay? It's the cyclocross season. Okay, on to the first fast pedaling effort. So really spin up, guys. Okay, it's just 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Okay, next one. There's 5 of them. This is number 2. Okay, relax. Okay, here we go. Round 3. Okay, just 2 more of those. So let's really try and get the cadence up above 100 RPM. Here we go. Okay. Last one then, and then we go straight to tempo. Here we go. So really spin up now, guys. And relax. Okay, I'm going to turn mine right down. Okay. So, sorry about the technical issues. We're going to meet them a little bit further back in my chat where I'd like to be. But we've got that 9-minute sector after the first load of VO2 efforts, where I'll cover the things I want to talk about. Erg mode on for the rest of the session, basically. It's only if you're really struggling and your cadence is getting too low, then turn erg mode off and just do your best to hit the targets, but make sure you have a nice high cadence. Otherwise, yeah, keep it on, nice and simple. So running along at tempo now, should feel like a 6 out of 10, we're at 80% of FTP. Try and keep the fluids coming on board. So just remember, it's 1 minute on, 30 seconds off, times 10. Now, as we get through this, it's gonna, with erg mode on in particular, it's gonna want to drag your cadence down. So just really battle to keep it nice and high throughout. So your sort of baseline target, I think, should be around 90 RPM. So try and stay above 90 RPM. It's just nice to relax. I say that mostly for myself. All the technical issues always make me very kind of anxious. You have to kind of remember to relax a little bit. Also, I'm finding it so cold. It's taking my breath away in this room a little bit. Actually, that's going to be one of my points when it comes to my top winter training tips. I just tease you with that really exciting point. Just 30 seconds for now. Just cruising along. Should feel like a strong, but should feel hard. These VO2 efforts will feel like a kind of 8.5, 9, more at the 9 side of things as you get towards the back end of each of the kind of 2 blocks. So get ready now, guys. Lift the cadence, get it above 90, ready for the power to feed in. Here we go. So just 1 minute each time. So make sure that cadence is nice and high, remember, above 90 RPM. Okay, halfway, 30 seconds to go. Okay, keep the cadence up. Last 15. It's really important that you particularly in these earlier sets, you try and keep that leg speed high. Try and be as efficient as possible because it's towards the back end of the set where it will really bite and it will tell if you've not done the small things properly. Okay, good stuff. 30 seconds. Back down to sort of a kind of 4 out of 10 pace. It's okay to allow your pace to drop a bit, but as we get through it, bring it back towards 90 so that you can accelerate again once the next interval comes. Just 10 seconds. That's 1 down. Round 2 coming. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Okay, so picking that cadence right up. Above 100. Okay, halfway. Try and then relaxing your shoulders. Keep the chin up. 20. Last 10 coming up. 2, 1. Okay. So keep the leg speed coming. It's like the other day, the other session that we did the other week, where I kept saying to you, when you finish the interval, keep the legs going and just allow the power to come off. Don't suddenly drop anchor when you get to the end of the interval, okay? There's a problem if you do that. You'll then have to do a little bit of an acceleration, get the legs going again. Okay, round 3. Come on, guys. third of the way through after this. Kind of, mostly. So nice high leg speed, upwards of 90 RPM. That's 30 to go. Last 20. Last 2 seconds, guys. Remember to keep the leg speed going. Allow the power to come off. So just give yourself a couple of seconds before you relax properly. I promise you, over the course of the sort of 20 odd intervals we're doing this evening, it makes a big difference. It's kind of hard to force yourself to do it. And it is a little bit of a idiosyncrasy of working with erg mode on. Now obviously you're doing this freestyle, we need to do that. Nonetheless, here we go. It's just one of the kind of idiosyncrasies of trying to hit a perfectly consistent power. So get yourself up to speed, then relaxing the shoulders. Good stuff, guys, well done. Right, to the last 20. Five seconds. Okay, well done. That's 4 down. Tactiles come to a standstill, so it's a bit the group dynamic, the rubber banding and stuff. It's struggling with the dynamics of the group. Okay, 2, 1 round fight. Okay, after this, that's halfway. So really power those legs, guys. Make sure that cadence is nice and high. Then relaxing the upper body. Keep the chin up. What we're trying to do here is work on your stamina, your ability to ease off and go again. Very much kind of race-like. Okay, you're over halfway. Twist into.
This shit hot.
Last 10 seconds. Reaper's absolutely exploded this evening. Last 2 seconds, keep it going all the way to the end. Keep their legs up. Wait for the power to come off and ease off. Well done, guys. That's halfway through this first block. Hopefully you're still feeling strong. Don't worry if you're finding this quite easy. This, as I say, this is one that bites. It's kind of short rep endurance. If you're finding it hard equally, don't worry. Personally, I often find that it takes about half an hour for my legs to really get going. But obviously, as I said previously, we couldn't do a half an hour warm up because nobody would come to the session. So it's round 6. That's halfway, 30 seconds, keep it going. Last 10, you're near there, guys. More seconds. Okay, keep the legs going. Allow the power to come off before you start to relax properly. Well done, guys. Okay, just 4 more. Then you got a really long 10-minute break. Ready? 3, 2, 1, round 7. You're nearly at the end of this block. Okay, halfway through this 7th interval. Keeping the leg speed high. Just keep on working, guys. Okay? You're not far off. A really nice long rest, okay? It's hard, these accelerations and decelerations, doing it time and time again. Just think about the payoff when it comes to race season. Okay, keep the legs going. Wait a few seconds, wait for the power to come off, and then relax. There's always a little bit of a lag time when the trainer changes power. It's just it's not something you can fight, guys. It's just a way of training. It's a technique to training which is particular to training with erg mode on. Okay, ready to go. Round 8. Last 3. Legs being nice and high. Allow the power to breathe in, and then we relax. And last 20. Final 10. And then it's got 2 more reps to go. And a big rest. Okay, just hold on. And then relax. So just 2 more to go, guys. So keep all those little good habits going. The relaxed shoulders, etc., the chin up, the high cadence. Just keep it going for 2 more rounds, and then you get to chill out. Okay. An ultimate round in this block. That's halfway. Just 30 seconds of work. Okay, last 10. Okay. And then relax. Right, just 1 more, and then you can properly chill, guys, okay? Excuse me, there's someone, because it's a little bit weird to us. Not enjoying it. This is meant to be a hour playlist, but I mean, usually this playlist is served as well. Okay, last interval. That's a bit more up tempo. Right, this is the last effort, guys. So keep it strong, keep the cadence high. Last 30. Come on, guys, keep pushing. Just 20 seconds of hard work. There you go, last few seconds. Yes, guys, well done. You can properly relax now, don't worry. We've got this little cruising sector, 30 seconds. Then we're down to proper recovery for 9 minutes, okay? So well done, guys. Let's try and catch up on our chat. How's everyone? You guys okay? How was that first round? Yeah, so on Discord you have to follow the stream. So there should be you should have access to a live stream. So if you watch that and then just go back to my screen, the music will play over the top. So yeah, as I was saying, guys, the winter isn't something you can change. It's a fact of life in this country, unfortunately. So it's important to adapt and not just try and do the same things as you've done through the summer and autumn. Focus on your key sessions, they'll get you through, they'll keep you moving forwards. And a lot of the advice I'm about to give you is it's just about being organised, really. You know, the UK winter is basically 6 months long. It's almost never ending. So I think there's not really an excuse for not getting adapted to it, you know. You're just going to struggle if you don't. So I think top of my list for kind of keeping things going and adapting to the winter is first, be absolutely clear what your goals are for the winter, okay? Like it will help you enormously when it comes to motivation if you know why you're doing it. All of you guys should know. If you don't feel like you do, set up a catch up with me and we'll make sure you know exactly what it is you're aiming for. You know, for the cyclist, it could be improving your power duration curve over a specific duration. Triathletes, it could be kind of a run block, it could be a bike block, whatever. You should have a specific goal. And this is so important because the winter is where the hard work is done. And so often people lose consistency over the winter. And then when the weather turns and gets better again, sort of February, March time, they suddenly ramp up the training, kind of get back enthused again. And that's when they pick up an injury. Like I always see February, March time as kind of like injury season. And it's for this reason. And then more often than not, I mean, some people, injuries, you can just be really unlucky. But there is definitely a pattern where the people that are less consistent over the winter, they are quite often the ones that pick up the injuries. Because as I say, the weather improves, they get their enthusiasm back, and then suddenly the volume kicks on, it's where it should be, and then they pick up an injury. So staying consistent is actually really important for when the weather turns, and that it's not such a big kind of jump. So yeah, that's number one. That's my top piece of advice for winter. Make sure you know what your goals are, what you're trying to achieve over this winter block. Okay, to maintain that consistency and make the sprint jump in volume a little less aggressive. Secondly, and this is a really patronising one, but I see it out on the roads all the time, man. Just make sure you put all your clothing on before you leave the door, okay? It really annoys me when I go out with mates and they rock up, they haven't got their gloves on, and then they spend the whole ride moaning about being cold. And that's super ironic because quite often it's me. So I annoy myself as well, I have to be honest. But make sure you put all your clothes on and that you're really nice and toasty before you leave the house, because your extremities in particular, they aren't going to warm up on a long ride or a long run. Okay, they need to be warm, and you really just see your gloves, your overshoes, thick socks, or whatever. They are about mitigating heat loss. They're not really going to keep you warm, because as you sweat, you know, we all know what it's like on a long ride in the winter. You start off quite nice, but when you get a bit sweaty, the wind starts to get into you. Yeah, and it's tough. So make sure everything is on before you go out. And actually, it's similar, it's true for swimming. Obviously, everyone's moved into the pool now, but when it comes to swimming, make sure you're leaving the house nice and warm. You get to the pool nice and warm. The water can be, depends on the way you're swimming. Yeah, it can be weird. Often, actually, when I'm my pool, it's too hot because they got to keep the. I try not to be disrespectful. The older generation, they're trying to keep them alive, so they have to keep the water hot. But regardless, make sure you're warm before you get there, and you've got loads of warm clothes to go back in, because yeah, it doesn't take a genius to realise that when you're wet, still got wet hair and stuff, as you leave the pool, step outside and it's -3, that's going to have an impact. So yeah, really kind of patronising stuff, but it really makes a difference just being on top of that and having that thought in your head before you go out. Getting everything on, you know, get your keys out ready with the gloves on, rather than what I always do, step outside and like, oh shit, my keys are in my back pocket, I've got to take my gloves off there, get my keys out, and then I've got a cold hand. Number 3, invest in high quality gear. Say it every year, but that is high quality winter gear will make a huge difference to your level of consistency over the winter. Okay, and what we're talking about isn't, there are a few key pieces like your winter cycling leggings, like proper winter gloves, overshoes, a hooded top for running, a hooded jacket, sorry. I always find running in snow or rain, etc. I actually don't care about it. If I've got a hood up, a hat on underneath, if you keep your ears covered, you won't even notice it. But yeah, you're talking about layers. So, you know, you got your base layer, your intermediate, and then your top layer. Like, you should think in those terms, and each of them should be good quality, because it is an investment, and if you get good quality, they will last you for a long time. Now, I'm not one of the rapper brigade, always been sort of slightly against rapper because everyone wears it, but I won't lie, my best bits of winter gear are rapper. As much as I hate to say it, and Matt Bailey will be mocking me, no doubt, if he ever hears that. But yeah, it's worth the investment, guys. If you think about it this way, it's way more important to invest in that stuff than deep section wheels. Because those deep section wheels, they're not going to help you train over the winter. They're not going to make you consistent. They help you train over the summer because they look cool. But yeah, you're not going to be riding them in the winter probably. Break up your long bike sessions. So we've talked about this a few times recently in terms of, you know, breaking up between turbo and outdoors, making sure you do the turbo session first. But there are other ways to break it up. Making sure you plan a coffee stop, a little treat, a little pastry. You know, the winter, we're all wearing baggier clothes, we can all put on a bit of timber and get away with it a little bit. So don't be afraid to kind of add that in as a little treat, you know, sort of halfway around. And just when it comes to the times where you just cannot get out, maybe it's ice, or, you know, the beast from the east comes back again, long turbos are okay. And just a quick one on turbo training, because there is no sort of micro recovery, you don't have any momentum, you can't really freewheel properly. turbo training is a lot harder. So if your turbo is shorter than the set duration, sort of, you know, it's got a 3-hour ride, you did 2.5 hours, that's actually fine. Because if you think about it, you're going to be doing a lot more pedal revolutions, you're going to be actually probably a lot more work in a shorter turbo than, you know, coasting down the hills, drafting in behind someone out on the road. Okay, so that's like, what's that? My top 5 so far. So we've got the next round coming up. So time to sort of switch on again, pick up your leg speed. We're only going up to tempo, so don't panic. We've got a minute of tempo, so around 80% of FTP, just to switch the legs back on again before we go back up to VO2. Okay, so it was quite a long rest period, so you might get cafe legs. So what you want to do if your legs are feeling a bit heavy is just spin them up. So do some fast pedaling efforts like arbitrarily high cadence. Just spin the legs up for sort of 10 seconds at a time. And then once you kind of got them back attached to your body, just relax. Okay? We've got 10 1-minute intervals to do. Now remember all the good work you did in the last set with the high cadence, relax upper body, chin up. This is where that stuff matters. Okay, and this is where we have to continue it as best we can. So leg speed above 90. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Here we go then, guys. This one again, another weird one. They've changed this playlist. It has gotten weird. Okay, well done, guys. Coming towards the end of the first one. Last 10. 5, 3, 2. Okay, guys. Here we go, round 2. Excellent stuff, guys. Relax, head up. Let's get through this round 2 nice and strong. Okay, last 20. Last few seconds to do there. Well done, guys. Stay on it. Let the power come off before you ease off and then leg speed. Well done, guys. Round 3 is coming up. Just tick them off. Do them in blocks if you like. Just whatever you got to do to keep your mind focused. This is definitely one where you can't allow your mind to drift. You got to stay on it, be ready for each one as they come. Much like a race, you switch off, you get dropped. forcing yourself to do things that you don't want to do, like keep a really high cadence halfway through round 3. You're nearly there. Last couple of seconds. There we go, 3 down. Get the legs going in, now the power knees off before you slow down a bit. Really well done, guys. Now it's time to dig in, okay? You might feel it starting to bite now. You've got to fight back, okay? Now's the time to push back, all right? A few seconds, then we go again for round 4. You're not far off being halfway through already, okay? Ready? Here we go. Approaching 30 to go. Last 10. Hey, well done. Well done, guys. That's all down. One more and then you're halfway through. So really force yourself to do those positive things. The main thing really, when I get tired sometimes, I start to look down, I start to roll. Really force yourself to keep your chin up. Okay, it's obviously important in racing as well. So you can kind of, obviously you would never drop your head when you're racing, but we all do silly things at times. Here we go, round 5. This is good stuff, guys. Keep it going, keep it going. Ready to go of round 5. Last few seconds. Keep it going, keep it going. Okay, allow the power to come off before you relax. Good. Okay, now what I want you to do is wipe the slate clean. Okay, wipe the slate clean, start again. We've just got 5 intervals, okay? 5 minutes of hard work. That's all you've got left, guys. Door on a silly little hill. Okay, ready to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, round 1. Come on, guys. Cadence up, chin up. Let's finish this set off, guys. Okay, you're halfway through this first interval. Keep driving, guys, keep pushing. Last 10 now. 2, 1. Well done, guys. Keep going, and then once the power's, once the resistance has come off, then relax a bit. Right, that's 1 down. You've just got 4 intervals now. Okay? Really grit your teeth. Keep that leg speed high. Let's finish this off now, okay? Here we go, come on. Chin up, power down, come on. Spin those legs up. Keep your bum planted, so relax your shoulders, keep that bum glued to the saddle. Give the strongest basis for producing power, halfway. That's it, Tony, just seen you flying past, mate. Keep it going. Keep driving. Last 10. Okay, keep the legs going. Allow the power to come off, then relax. You're really close now, guys. Just 3 little pushes left. Just 3 minutes of hard work. Okay, pick the leg speed up, 10 seconds to go. This is where you have to be brutal with yourself. Don't allow yourself to cut any corners. Ready to go, 2, 1, here we go. Relax, bum on saddle, chin up. Just drive as hard as you can now, come on. Approaching halfway, 30 seconds. Twenty. Last 10 then. Couple of seconds left. Keep it going before you relax. Just 2 more now. 1 more. And then you're into the final interval. That's how I often like to think about it in these kind of long repetition sets. When you get to the last 2. 5 seconds, penultimate effort. 3, 2, 1, let's go, come on guys. Really dig deep now. I don't doubt that it's burning. Okay, that's halfway, 30 seconds left as penultimate rep. Last 15, last little nudge. Stay on this. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Yes, team. Just 1 more left. And then we are done. So stay on this, stay motivated. Just 1 little nudge left. Right, 10 seconds till we go, so pick up the leg speed again. Let's get ready for it. Let's finish this one. Let's perform it absolutely perfectly. Ready, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, come on. Cadence up, well above 90. Get to power, shoulders relaxed, chin up. Let's finish this. There you go, 30 seconds. Twenty. Last 10, you're nearly there, you're nearly there. 3, 2, 1. And relax, guys. Well done. Spin up. Just catch your breath. Just catch your breath. And once you kind of gotten back on top of your breathing, once you got back on top of your breathing, bring the leg speed back up. Okay, so we've just got about 4 minutes of cruising now. Just gonna give you a very quick kind of recap, and then also got some kind of quick fire tips as well. So remember the top five tips. Number 1 being be absolutely clear on your goals. Okay, your objectives, your short to medium term objectives, they'll keep you motivated and consistent over the winter. Make some progress so when the spring comes along, you're not suddenly kind of kicking up the volume and risking injury. Number 2, make sure you got all your kit on before you leave the house. Get the keys ready, gloves on, booties on, whatever. Because particularly for the extremities, it's about mitigating heat loss rather than kind of staying warm. I don't know why I did the bunny ears, because it was actually, I was being literal. Anyway, number 3, invest in quality winter gear. If you need a list of stuff really, winter leggings, like proper warm ones, okay? I wouldn't bother the 3/4 ones, not a fan. Don't think it's fashionable, absolutely hate it. Get the full gear, get them tucked in, get your socks tucked underneath, okay? We'll have the debate about socks on top or socks underneath another time. Yeah, so leggings, good base layer, good intermediate layer like a Roubaix jersey, and then a proper winter jacket and a proper rain jacket as well. For running, good socks, maybe invest in some trail shoes, get you off-road, proper running beanie, a hood, so you just ignore the weather. Okay, so proper winter gear. Number 3, if anyone needs any help with that, just give me a shout. Number 4, break up your bike sessions, your long bike sessions. Split between turbo and road, or you know, put in a coffee stop. Anything to kind of help break it up and make it more enjoyable. And number 5, if you need to do a long turbo, it's okay to shorten it a little bit, because over that time you'll do proportionally more work indoor than you would be if you're outside, okay? I personally find kind of long turbo rides really tough, and so I have to kind of give myself that little nicety. I'll shorten it a little bit. And then just some quick fire ones, guys. And if there's a risk of ice and you've got to ride in, stick to the main roads that have been gritted, okay? Leave later in the day when, if you can, go out kind of in the afternoon when the sun is at its zenith, whatever sun there is. Stay on top of your hydration, okay? It's really, really easy to get dehydrated when it's this cold because you just don't feel like drinking. So have like a sports drink or an electrolyte drink, something that actually tastes nice, so that you're more inclined to drink it, and force yourself to drink, because you lose a lot of fluids through your breath. Okay, and if you're out riding for 2-3 hours, whatever, that's a lot of breathing and a lot of water loss. So stay on top of your hydration. Next one, get yourself like a Lumi or like a daylight clock. It really helps in the mornings, guys, when the room is lit up. Just makes it a little bit easier to get out of bed. Okay. Set the heating to come on before you get up. Really stupid dumb one, but similar to Lulu, it just makes that a little bit easier to get out of bed. I personally am a real cheapskate when it comes to the heating, but this is one thing I've started doing is just putting it on for half an hour or something for my earliest wake up time, and it just makes it so much easier. There are downsides to the heating, which I won't bother going into now. And then the last one is on long rides, I'd use a bento box for your food rather than putting it in your pockets. Because with gloves on, it's much easier to open a flap or just do a quick zip rather than fidgeting around in your back pocket. So I had it last week, and I was just really getting irritated. I just couldn't get anything out of my pockets. The roads were quite busy because I went out later. So there was cars behind me, and they were just getting irritated. And I was just like, I want some food. And the hangriness, along with all that, culminated in me having words to drivers. Anyway, guys, so those are my my top tips. I hope you had a okay session. How is everyone? You're alive? How was that session? I didn't obviously wasn't training myself, so I'm curious to know what it was like. Anyway, right, guys, I won't waste any more of your time. Go get your nice high protein meal on, go get rehydrated, and yeah, have yourselves a lovely evening. Cheers, guys.